My name is Sandra Doorley. I'm the district attorney of Monroe County, New York, and I'd like to inform Chris Chichester of Penfield, New York, that I'm in receipt of your multiple Freedom of Information Law documents, and I'm ignoring every single one. And I have four of those Freedom of Information Law documents in my hand right now. And I'm going to read the language that Chris Chichester, 26 Sanders Farm Drive in Penfield, wrote to me that I'm legally obligated to comply with as the district attorney of Monroe County, New York. And I'm going to refuse to comply with these legally binding documents. The Freedom of Information Law, the documentation for the case of Christopher Chichester before John P. Lomenzo Jr. in Penfield Town Court. What is the name of the female prosecutor for the Monroe County District Attorney's Office? That's a simple question for me to answer. All I have to do is give Chris Chichester a name. And fuck you, Chris, because you're not getting that name. Here's the second Freedom of Information Law. This one was dated February 11th. This one is dated February 24th. And as the district attorney of Monroe County, I'm going to read it. Documentation for the case of Christopher Chichester before John P. Lomenzo Jr. in Penfield Town Court. What is the name of the female prosecutor, Sandra Doorley? Chris, as a district attorney of Monroe County, I'd like to say to you in response to this, and you're just requesting a name. A name is a simple thing to provide. And I'd like to tell you as the district attorney, go fuck yourself, Chris. Chris, I have here another Freedom of Information Law document. This is dated February 11th. The names and salaries of every public employee at the Monroe County District Attorney's Office. And Chris, I'd like to say to you, fuck you, because you're not getting the names and salaries of every public employee at the District Attorney's Office, despite the fact that our entire repulsive, nauseating, corrupt existence is taxpayer dollars. You're not getting those salaries. And Chris, I'm in receipt of your Freedom of Information Law document here, dated February 24th. The names and salaries of every public employee at the Monroe County District Attorney's Office. Fuck you, Chris, about that. I mean, who do you think you are asking me as the district attorney of Monroe County to comply with the law and disclose what my public employees are paid at 47 South Fitzhugh in Rochester? Because I'm not providing you with that information, Chris. You're not entitled to that information. So, it's, Chris, I'm aware of this disgusting, nauseating, vile assault on your character, civil and constitutional rights by Sheriff Todd Baxter. And I have these two concoctions here in my hand. You go to the now defunct PW Fitness in Penfield, on Penfield Road, and get back at the gym. And up walks to you is Jim Psychopath, Jermaine Benman, and he motions like this while you're on the bench press to get off the machine, and you're on the machine, you're going to continue the exercise. And you lean back like this, and Jermaine Benman stands over to you, and he punches down like this. Your head snaps back violently, and Jermaine Benman walks away. And what you should have done, Chris, is attack Jermaine Benman and stomped on his bald head, kicked him in the testicles, and choked him out right there, because that's going to prevent you from walking outside with Jermaine Benman when Andrew Reale arrives. And Andrew Reale tells you to wait in his Monroe County Sheriff's Office vehicle, Chris. And then Andrew Reale is going to concoct a crime for you. You've never committed a crime in your life. And until that day, you've never been charged with a crime. Because you have led your life with integrity and character, Chris. So Andrew Reale tells you to wait in the backseat of his Monroe County Sheriff's Office vehicle. And you were looking at the front of the Monroe County Sheriff's Office vehicle as Andrew Reale talks to Jermaine Benman, because Andrew Reale is telling Jermaine Benman what to say to you. And then Andrew Reale marches Jermaine Benman over to the side of the vehicle. And you look to your left at this violent, bald-headed thug, Jermaine Benman. And Jermaine Benman says to you, I want to press charges against you. And that is how you, Chris Chichester, are charged with harassment. Second, even though you have never harassed a single human being in your life, and every person who's ever met you will confirm this fact. Every family member, every friend, every coworker, every girlfriend will confirm that you've never harassed anyone. And this ticket with the handwriting of Andrew Reale. It says harassment second. Now, Chris, Sheriff Todd Baxter is not finished concocting crimes for you. Sheriff Todd Baxter and his fanatics do not understand criminal behavior. This is parking lot next to your house. Chris, you live right over here. And you moved to your residence from Webster with beautiful, perfect Laura in 2012. And there's no grass cutting ever alongside your house. And you take your wonderful little guy, your Shih Tzu adopted from Lollipop Farms Humane Society, along this strip of land that no one owns, and you go to the back of your house. And then your dog would do his business. No one owns this land. No one owns this land. Sheriff Todd Baxter, Layla Kumar Shah, Nayraj Shah, and you whack jobs at Panorama Trail. So Sheriff Todd Baxter is going to concoct criminal contempt for you because Sheriff Todd Baxter's fanatics and degenerates and sociopaths told an individual from Broccoli Tree and Lawn Care to ride his tractor alongside your residence because they knew you were going to come out of your house. So here he is. And they're usually here at 7 o'clock in the morning. And sometimes they've been here at 7 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday, and they would wake you and Laura up. And Laura called the town of Penfield, and no confirmation at all that Layla Kumar and Nayraj Shah own this land. So here he comes. This man is about 70 years old with a long gray beard, riding his tractor. And you come outside, you stand right here, you're outside for 30 seconds, you say, they don't own that land. And you walk back in your house. And 6 of Todd Baxter's fanatics respond, pounding on your door. You go to the door, you answer the door, and they say, we just want to talk to you outside. That's a lie. You walk outside, and the handcuffs go on. Now, Chris, I know that to walk outside, be outside for 30 seconds is not a crime, and I don't give a damn that it's not a crime. I don't care, Chris. That's why I have to have a pathetic concoction called the Conviction Integrity Unit to police myself, because Sheriff Todd Baxter's concocting crimes for people in Monroe County. And Chris, Sheriff Todd Baxter's concocted 2 crimes for you. You're not guilty of harassment second. You're not guilty of criminal contempt. But here his fanatics and degenerates and sociopaths have charged you with 2 crimes that you didn't commit. So, there's an accusatory instrument. Deputy Meyer, you speak to this Deputy Meyer on the phone for an hour, and you don't know this lying hack is writing a warrant for your arrest, and this is the accusatory instrument. Nobody in your entire life has ever accused you of a crime because you've never committed a crime. And walking through a parking lot you've walked through 4,000 times is not a crime, Chris, and I don't give a damn that that's not a crime. And neither do my assistant district attorneys. We don't care that this is not a crime. It does not matter to us. It's totally irrelevant to us. It's completely irrelevant to me, to Perry Duckles, to Kyle Steinbach, to Ann Chase. We don't care. It's not a crime at the district attorney's office. That the defendant, how are you, Chris, the defendant when this is accusatory instrument? So it's an accusatory instrument that says that the defendant. So Layla Kumar and Nayraj Shah are going to Sheriff Todd Baxter's office with this concoction, and you're already a defendant. You haven't even been in the courtroom. So the accusatory instrument, the first 3 letters is a lie. That the defendant. That's what it says. It's printed. That's not in handwriting. That the defendant. You're already the defendant, Chris, when Layla Kumar and Nayraj go to Sheriff Todd Baxter's office to concoct this crime for you, Chris. They're not going to Sheriff Todd Baxter, these parasites, Layla Kumar and Nayraj Shah, for anybody but you, Chris. So where the hell's your 14th Amendment right to equal protection as laws? And I don't care that you don't have a 14th Amendment right to equal protection of the laws, because I've never read the Constitution of the United States as the district attorney of Monroe County, and neither has Perry Duckles or Kyle Steinbach or Ann Chase or anybody else in the district attorney's office, because we don't know what the hell a crime is at the Monroe County district attorney's office. And if you're carted off to jail as an innocent man, then we don't give a damn about that either. So, quote, that the defendant on the above date and location approximately 1440 hours did not only enter or remain unlawfully in upon the premises 2041 Penfield, New York, by walking through the parking lot after being told by certified mail and by police that he's not allowed on the property. You, Chris, didn't get anything by certified mail. You didn't get anything by certified mail, and Sheriff Todd Baxter's not opening his certified mail. And Sheriff Todd Baxter's afraid of you, Chris, and he knows the public employee payroll, the foil for it's in here. So that's why Sheriff Todd Baxter's not opening his certified mail from you, Chris. He's afraid of you. So it says, being told by certified mail and by police that he's not allowed on the property. Sheriff Todd Baxter is such an incompetent stooge that he can't even put a name of one of his degenerates in an accusatory instrument that's concocting a crime for you. It says, being told from certified mail by police. Oh, who was the police? Is this some auxiliary cop somewhere? That's what I'd like to know. Is this a security guard at Marketplace Mall by police? Really, Chris, because no one told you anything. The police, not one single police officer told you anything. Because this is a lie. Because Todd Baxter is a liar, and so am I. So, Chris, I have my office wall photograph here. I'd like to show you that I just had my portrait done in Rochester, and I like the way I look. I spent a lot of time in preparation for my official portrait, and everybody that walks into the district attorney's office at 47 South Fifth, you see, now here I am right here. You can see me in this black dress and my little brooch here, and I spent $150 to get my hair done here, and I really love the way I look on my official portrait here, and I hope every single one of my constituents that votes for me to abridge the civil and constitutional rights of innocent New Yorkers like you loves my official portrait. You know who loved my official portrait, Chris, is my boyfriend. And you can see my boyfriend. He's right here, Chris. And I must tell you, Chris, that my boyfriend is the most handsome man that I've ever seen in my life. I mean, is there any doubt about this? I mean, look at this. He is a sex machine, Chris. I mean, look at my boyfriend's hair. I mean, he has the hair of a third grade child. And I love that, Chris. I mean, the way he parts it on the side like this. And Chris, have you noticed my boyfriend's mustache here? I mean, I have never seen a mustache like the mustache from my boyfriend here. I mean, this boyfriend, I stare at this. I have this photograph on my wall. And when I get lonely, when my boyfriend's out exterminating some people, I stare at this portrait of my boyfriend. So, and I especially love, his mustache here, Chris. So, and Chris, I also go to my boyfriend's speeches, and he understands how to inspire people in Rochester. As a matter of fact, my boyfriend gave a speech at Blue Cross Arena, and I went to it. I left my office at 47 South Fifth Street, and I went to Blue Cross Arena to see my boyfriend give a speech, and here he is, Chris. And you can see how inspirational my boyfriend is with his fist up in the air like this, and he's speaking in his original language, German, which is my original language. And I was so excited by my boyfriend's speech. I cried during the speech while my boyfriend was talking about how to exterminate innocent people. I just love that about my boyfriend. He's just so romantic, and my boyfriend's best friend. I must say that just between you and me, Chris, I'm having an affair with my boyfriend's best friend because he's a sex machine too, like my boy. I can't resist him either. And here he is here, and can you believe what he looks like here? I mean, you can see this bald head. He's got a bald head just like Sheriff Baxter here. And after we get done having a little romance, I like to shine his bald head. And he's just irresistible. So I'm a little conflicted on my relationships here with my boyfriend and then my second boyfriend. I don't know what to do, Chris. So I'm having problems here in my relationships, and I'm going to tell you how I'm having problems in my relationships. So I'm so conflicted and confused with my boyfriends. So I need some stress relief as the district attorney in Monroe County. I don't know what to do, Chris. My two boyfriends, and so what I'm doing is I'm uploading. Perhaps you've heard of this video. A website here, this video sharing service for degenerates. And the MSNBC had a feature on this, and when I saw this on MSNBC, this video feature, I went right to it. I started uploading my videos of me and my two boyfriends. This is Pornhub, and they have different categories here. So when I saw, this feature on MSNBC about Pornhub, and how degenerates like to film themselves having sex with each other, that's what I did with my two boyfriends, and we're in like 7 different categories here. You should see the type of freak show stuff. I was doing with my boyfriend Chris. So Chris, when we get thirsty at the district attorney's office, and I know you're demanding the name of the prosecutor who stood in the North Starch Haven Penfield Town Court and didn't talk. I mean, how are you deposited in Monroe County Jail as an innocent man when the prosecutor doesn't talk? I don't care about that, Chris. And I know you're demanding, the name of the female prosecutor via the Freedom of Information Law. You want her name. I mean, it says right on the Freedom of Information Law, what is the female prosecutor? I'm refusing to comply with that because the law's a joke to me. And the reason why the law's a joke to me is because I'm drinking a certain product at the district attorney's office. As a matter of fact, Kyle Steinbox, he's in charge of the local courts. He's in charge of this product. He's the one that's dispensing the Kool-Aid. So that's it. We're drinking a lot of Kool-Aid, at the district attorney's office when we're abridging the civil and constitutional rights of innocent citizens like you. So, Chris, I heard about how Sheriff Baxter's fanatics and degenerates descend on you. By the way, here, the accusatory instrument, here's 2 of your neighbors walk through the parking lot. Here's your neighbors again walk through the parking lot. And the accusatory instrument says that you will walk through the parking lot. And people walk through that parking lot all day long today. None of them arrested. And if you walk through that parking lot, you'd be arrested. So I don't care about your 14th Amendment right, the equal protection laws. I do not care about that. And Chris, I know that in 2012, when you lived in Webster with your then girlfriend, beautiful, perfect Laura, you decided to adopt a dog because you wanted to give a dog a home. You wanted to give a dog a home that nobody wanted because it's easy to go and get, let's say, a golden retriever. Chris, when you were a kid, your mom and dad, when they went and they paid $200 and they got a golden retriever and it was in your family for 12 years. And there's many families do that to have a pure breed. And this dog was in your family, Chris, for 12 years. Mom and dad went and got it and they wanted this pure breed golden retriever. And it just brought so much immense joy and happiness to you and your brother and sister. And it was just, and her name was Ginger. But you and Laura decided that you wanted to get a dog nobody wanted. And it was a disgust whether to go get another golden retriever, pure breed, or adopt a dog. And you and Laura decided to adopt a dog. So you went to Lollipop Farm Humane Society, Chris, and you and Laura were interviewed. And it was an extensive interview, and you went to the cages. And there was a lot of barking dogs. And you decided, well, you can only get one. And there's a lot of barking dogs. And you decided you're not going to get a dog that's barking. So that was one a way you determined how to pick your dog. You walk into the cages, and there's a little Shih Tzu, and he's looking right up at you. He's looking right at you and Laura. Please adopt me, Chris and Laura, because I'll be your best friend forever, and I'll sing Whitney Houston. I will always love you to you if you adopt me, because so look how cute I am sitting down here, and I'm not barking, and I'm looking right at you, Chris and Laura. So please adopt me, and then of course. You adopted him from Lollipop Farm Humane Society. And he's been with you for 7 years, and he has love in his heart. So you're walking your dog one day. When you leave your residence, Chris, you walk your dog along this land here that has no ownership. And then you go to the land behind your residence that has no ownership. All you're doing is walking your dog. And one day, the back window from the Shaw law firm flies open. And this overweight woman is screaming at you, and you don't know why. And you walk back to your residence with your little guy, and your little guy is named Boom Boom. His name was Alex. When you were a U.S. Senate staff, you work with a guy named Alex. No dog of yours is going to be named Alex. So you named him after the champion boxer Ray Mancini, otherwise known as Boom Boom, because your little guy's a champion. So take your dog into your house, you go over to the Shaw law firm, somebody's screaming at you, you want to know the reason why. And this overweight woman refuses to talk to you. And so will Layla Kumar and Neeraj Shah. And what you don't know is that they already called the Monroe County Sheriff's Office and Animal Control, and they're on their way to your house. It's Layla Kumar Shah and Neeraj Shah are the 2 most sickening, nauseating, disgusting, bankrupt human beings you've ever encountered. If they own that land, why don't they just come over to your house and talk to you? That's not what they're doing. what they're doing is they're empowering these cowards, Sheriff Todd Baxter, to descend on your life, character, integrity, and destroy your life, character, integrity. If they own that land, Chris, why don't they just come over to your house and say, we own that land, here's the documentation? But that's not what these parasites, Neeraj and Layla Kumar Shah, do, Chris, because they believe in using Todd Baxter's fanatics and degenerates to descend on your life to violate your civil and constitutional rights. And I'm just fine with that, Chris. I love the fact that Sheriff Todd Baxter's fanatics have abridged your civil and constitutional rights, because that's what I do, Chris. That's exactly what I do. So you just walking your dog, this overweight woman is screaming at you, you go over there, you refuse to talk to her, and then there's that pounding on your door, and you open your door, and standing at your door is the animal control individual with a pole in his hand with a noose on it. A noose. Chris, this is a Shih Tzu you have. This is not a Rottweiler that you have. And there's the animal control individual with the pole in his hand with his noose on it. Chris, was the animal control individual going to wrap that noose around the neck of your Shih Tzu? So there's this vicious confrontation at your front door. A vicious confrontation. You said, you'll have to kill me to take my little guy from me. And they left. So Sheriff Todd Baxter's fanatics and degenerates are coming to your house to take your dog and seize your dog because of one phone call by Layla Kumar and Neeraj Shah. And I'm perfectly fine with that as the district attorney. It does not matter to me that Todd Baxter is a degenerate. It does not matter to me that Todd Baxter is a fanatic. It does not matter to me that Todd Baxter is a sociopath. I don't care about that because I have fanatics and degenerates and sociopaths working at the district attorney's office. Because that's why I need a conviction integrity unit. I have to police my own pathetic incompetence. I had to create a separate bureaucracy in the district attorney's office to police myself. And that is an astounding confession from a district attorney that she is incapable of performing the duties and responsibilities of the job. So, Chris, I have a couple of my assistant district attorneys I've been having problems with here, and I just want to bring them to your attention, and perhaps you can help me out. This is Assistant District Attorney O.J. Simpson. He keeps coming into the office with this knife, and we're having a continuing problem with him. So perhaps you could give us some advice at your district attorney's office about O.J. Simpson bringing, this knife into the office, because this is having a negative effect on morale. So perhaps you could call OJ and talk to him. And also, we're having a problem with the Assistant District Attorney, Derek Vineyard. He likes to take his shirt off in the office. And there he has this swastika, tattooed there on his chest. And, the swastika is the official symbol of the district attorney's office. And so we like Derek, but we don't like him taking his shirt off in the middle of the day and showing his swastika tattoo like he's doing here in this photograph. Because this is we have to be focused on abridging the civil and constitutional rights of innocent New Yorkers. And here he is again. This is when he's taking his shirt off in the office here, and there he is. There's Assistant District Attorney Derek Vineyard with his swastika, and this is just not working out in the district attorney's office. We're also having a problem with Assistant District Attorney Ted Kaczynski, because what he does is he leaves the office and then he starts playing with circuit boards, and he has this fascination with buying wiring at the Home Depot in Rochester. And we don't know why this circuit boards and wiring obsession is going down with him. So perhaps you could talk to Assistant District Attorney Ted Kaczynski and set him on the right path. And also, we're concerned about Assistant District Attorney Fredo Corleone, because he sells everybody out. And he's going to sell everybody out at the district attorney's office. So we don't know what to do with him. Perhaps you could talk to Fredo Corleone for us to set him on the right path. And then you can talk to the twins. The twins are whack jobs. And I'm bringing up the twins because the twins are related to Michael Radler of the Monroe County Sheriff's Office. And the reason why the twins are related to Michael Radler at the Monroe County Sheriff's Office. The Monroe County Sheriff employee Michael Rather was on the job for 20 years and then he retired. He was a private citizen and he had one paycheck. And then Sheriff Todd Baxter rehired Michael Radler as an assistant or a special assistant in his office. So Michael Radler not only has one paycheck, he has two paychecks. So Michael Radler is a double dipper. That's why Michael Radler is hanging out. Is hanging out with the twins, Michael, baby? Are you hanging out with the twins with the two paychecks, Michael Radler? That's what I want to know. So, Chris, as a district attorney in Monroe County, I know that your rights have been abridged twice and you never heard Miranda. Miranda versus Arizona is the most important Supreme Court decision of the 20th century or in the top 5. You haven't heard Miranda either time. Todd Baxter's fanatics and degenerates have concocted 2 crimes for you. And you have never heard Miranda. You didn't hear Miranda when they descended on you for standing outside here and they put the handcuffs on you right here. You didn't hear Miranda. Then when you went to Penfield Town Court as an innocent man, you didn't hear Miranda again. So I don't care that you have never heard Miranda, because it does not matter to me as the district attorney of Monroe County that you have never heard Miranda. I don't care. So, Chris, I know that you are going to continue to send me a Freedom of Information Law document that has this language, and you're going to receive, I'm going to receive one from you repeatedly, relentlessly. And it's going to say the names and salaries of every public employee at the Monroe County District Attorney's Office. And I will refuse every time. And you're going to send me the Freedom of Information Law where you're demanding the name of this female prosecutor that stands in the nauseating Star Chamber Penfield Town Court and doesn't talk. I don't care about that, Chris. Do you understand me, Chris Chichester, at 26 Sanders Farm Drive? Because as the district attorney of Monroe County, I don't care that you, Chris, don't have civil and constitutional rights.